Hey, this is Brian from BuzzCity.ca. I'm here with Richard Groulx from the Jam Space in Lemberg. And I'm also here with Tim McCashin, Regina-based artist. We're here to talk about the new Jam Space, how it came to be, and if we get real lucky, maybe hear a little bit of music later. So, gentlemen, welcome to Buzz.
Hey, thanks, Brian.
Thanks for popping down.
Thank you.
I'm really interested to find out about this Jam Space.
Yeah, sure.
Tell me a little bit about how this thing came to pass.
It's been about a 2-year project of mine, and I didn't expect it to take 2 years when I started, but that's okay. It's out in Lemberg. I'm from Regina. Like I know Tim from I met Tim in 2008. He was doing a show for his first album, and but anyways, out in Lemberg, I've got this building on Main Street, and I basically have overhauled the whole thing and renovated it so that it's got a concert hall in the back, about a 50-seat venue, and I teach music lessons to the people of the area, and I kind of also currently am living in there, so it's kind of an artist residence. So it's a multi-purpose facility that will allow me to write music, record music, and showcase other talented artists and stuff. So
Sounds like a fairly tedious undertaking to put together something like this. It's a many-faceted place.
Yeah, it was like the thing that was the challenge was I'm not a skilled tradesperson, so I got some help from local people. I had my uncle come out. He did a lot of work out there, and then I just had to learn how to do a lot of things on my own. So I'm just really excited that finally the work is done and we can get on with the show and start having some concerts there. So.
Congratulations, man! It sounds it's really exciting to know that this is happening. But why Lemberg? Like, what would take you out there?
I kind of in 2009 embarked on a Saskatchewan tour. I do solo tours. Did two solo tours that year actually, and I went to Lemberg in the first one. Enjoyed my time there, and I returned later that year, and made some contacts there. It's about 80 minutes northeast of Regina, so it's not too far away. I'm from Regina, so I felt like that was somewhere where I could keep a connection to the city, but also maybe real estate's a little more affordable. As an artist on a low fixed kind of income, I can build something of my own and grow it. And so here we are 2 years later, ready to go. Wish it would have been faster, but that's okay.
Hey, but it's opening up, and you're going to see some exciting acts in there. I'm sure the town has got to be behind you and pretty excited about the whole thing.
We're definitely pumped. We had one very successful event already. It was we raised over $800 for the Lemberg rink recently burnt down. Actually, it was a pretty bad situation, but the community rallied. Everybody on Highway 22 kind of came together, and we raised $800+ so
awesome, man.
Yeah, it's really good.
So speaking of Lemberg and being out there, that's kind of where Tim McCashin comes into the story a little bit too. Tell us about the connection for you. You spent a bit of time in Lemberg.
Well, it's funny listening to excuse me, it's funny listening to Richard talk about, you know, moving to Lemberg and having to get handy. It's exactly what happened to me. I moved to Lemberg in about 81, and up until that time, I had no idea what was in a wall, what was in a floor, none of that stuff. And by the time I left, you know, you had some basic carpentry skills, because out there you kind of need them.
Absolutely.
So I lived out there for 20 years. Played hockey in that rink. Sorry to hear that it burnt down.
Yeah.
And I still have lots of friends out there. It's gorgeous country. Really enjoyed my time out there.
Yeah.
And now, oddly and ironically, Richard asked me to come out and play the opening show at the Lemberg Jam Space. Which the last time I was in there, I was voting.
Was
that's
that
where you voted?
Yeah, it used to be the senior center, so that's why that.
You'd wander in and. So.
Well, when I met Tim, you know, I had no idea that you had spent any time in Lemberg whatsoever. I saw him at a show at McNally's. I think I saw you at a Lazy MK CD release or something as well. You had played for their first record release, and you know, thought, hey, I really like his music. I got his Living in the Boom Times first release and put it on there, and it was like kind of a guerrilla recording, but the songwriting was just phenomenal. Thought it was great. Tucked that away on my shelf, never really thought much of it, and then must have run into you again, and we somehow kind of put together that I'm in Lemberg. He was out in Lemberg years ago, kind of living a sort of similar existence.
There's been a really weird, odd kind of switch between us, despite the fact we haven't known each other for very long. But, you know, one in, one out kind of thing.
Yeah.
And it was, I don't know, I mean, I haven't lived there for 10 years, but I know the Lemberg that I knew was, when I moved there in '81, it was booming. Yeah. It was nuts. It was if you wanted a seat in the bar, you better get there early. Because what was happening at that point was that the farm economy was just sizzling, right? And kids that had moved away 10 years ago were all moving back, and the kids that were living in the city were coming back because everybody was there. I mean, it was just...
What an exciting time having kids going back to the farm, hey? Actually being worthwhile.
Yeah, and it was... I got there about 6 months before the whole thing just went... You know, and the hopefulness and the sheer optimism and enthusiasm for being there was amazing. I mean, to have kids from the city drive out 75 miles every weekend, because that's where it was happening for them.
So now it's kind of turned all back around again, and with the jam space going up, it seems like the excitement is kind of building back up in Lemberg again. Tell us about the event, about the opening show date, and tell me what's happening.
So Tim McCashin is going to be the first act of the inaugural season of the Jam Space concert series in Lemberg, and he's going to be bringing Chris Slateholm with him.
Chris Slateholm. Of the Lonesome Weekends, who's excellent sideman.
And I might sneak up there for just a couple numbers at the end. I kind of want to try and do that. Any artists that come into the jam space that I can, if they'll allow me, kind of collaborate with them for a few songs.
Yeah, why not?
So that's another unique thing that we do there. But, geez, what's the date of your show, man?
April 20th.
April 20th.
It's a week from tonight, actually.
And you know why I should know that is because it's actually my 30th birthday as well. So April 21st, right at midnight. Make sure you stick around till the end. So it's going to be a big party. It's going to be a lot of fun.
Fantastic. Sounds really exciting. Congrats on getting to be issue 1, volume 1. First
to go
performer
home again.
at the new spot, back at home again.
Do you get to go home again? There's that awful quote. You can't go home again.
Well,
we'll see how that turns out.
You can come.
I'm going, but...
Well, you can make home wherever you end up.
Home is where the heart is, or whatever.
Where the guitars
where you
hang.
hang your hat, or whatever. Anyway, yeah, no, I'm Chris and I are both really looking forward to it. Should be an excellent evening.
Sounds exciting, guys. Congratulations
Thanks
on getting the place put together.
Thank you very
Fun
much.
being the first artist to come in there. Sounds like it's going to be a real good time. Brian for Buzz City, thanks for watching, and if you get the chance, drive out to Lemberg. It's not that far away. Catch the show.
There's a toll for the roads we travel, costs incurred along the way, and we all have debts left unforgiven. Towns, he said, days full of rain, and the sky is coming down again. I brought you here to the Southland, short grass hills, plowed and changed, uncertain times. You'll remember, towns, he said, days full of rain, and the sky is coming down again. Now there ain't much time, but no need to hurry. Hours pass
and the days, and there might be words. Who can say them? Towns, he said, days full of rain, and the sky, it's coming down again. But I knew when I saw your face, though I did not yet know your name, and I sought your warm embrace. Towns, he said, the days full of rain, and the sky, it's coming down again. Yeah, the sky, it's coming down again. Ha ha!